Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. Welcome to the Calm Down podcast. You know how Andy Cohen, I don't know if you watch What Happens Live. Do you watch that still? It's hilarious.
Intermittently, I should watch it more because I love him. I forget about it. Is it on at a certain time and I need to record? What's going on?
I feel like
I've always wanted to go on that show. I know you have been on that
it's
show.
awful. Not in a horrible show, but Andy gets it, much like Pat McAfee, gets you to say things and makes you so uncomfortable. I mean, like right away, he said on the show that I was on, who do you think's gay in professional sports? And I'm like, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Because I have my thoughts.
Everyone's gay. Everyone's happy.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But anyways, on Watch What Happens Live.
Is it that bar?
Yeah. On Watch What Happens Live, he always has a word that you have to drink. Today's word is joy kill. Joy stealers are joy stealers. And you know who you are.
Joystick.
Joystick, how are you?
You can stick it where the sun doesn't shine. Not as good as, well, I'm going to tell you, is there a reflection off these? I had LASIK surgery, but I am wearing fake glasses. And I'm willing to call out when I'm being fake. These glasses are Big Poppy's line that you can appreciate.
David
How about Big Poppy
Ortiz?
getting glasses? Your boy, David Ortiz, has a glasses line. Vicky Trilling gave these to me because when I got LASIK surgery, I no longer could wear, I know, Little Cuties has a glasses line. And so you can put your actual prescription in these, but I didn't because I missed wearing glasses. Because anyone that knows glasses, you don't have to do makeup and you throw these on. And that's what's going on over here because I was not interested in doing anything this morning.
I'm going to text that gorgeous man and say, yo, where's my glasses? Oh my God, those are great. I'm making a note of that and throwing them in a storage closet.
Make a note. And you, my little cutie, are in on the East Coast currently. What you doing over there?
Well, you know what I'm doing is not attending the Met Ball. And that was happening last night when I checked in. So I decided I was looking, I'm here for an appearance and I'm in, I'm out. I'm going to be on a plane tonight getting home, which is fine. But it was hard because last night, game 1 of the Kings Edmonton series was on. Jonathan Quick, you better go with that man, I texted his wife today, who we adore, Jacqueline Quick, and I was like, are your husband's legs still attached to his hips today? My man goes in splits, in straddles, back into a split, into a floor routine, and off the beam, and a save. He played so well last night, and so did the Kings. But the problem is that was a West Coast game that didn't end till about 1 o'clock. And then probably at about 1:30 when I was trying to be like, okay, go to sleep. You have to wake up early. Charissa, I'm overlooking the park. It's gorgeous. All of a sudden, I hear screaming like from hundreds of people. And you would think one of two things. Michael Jordan is here from the Dream Team, and we are in Barcelona, where the Olympics are being held. Michael Jordan is walking in.
Give me the white jumpsuit right now.
All of it. The hottest guy. And I'm like, what in God's name is that? And then it goes silent, and I was like, oh, someone must be staying here. 5 minutes later, again. It's like Michael Jackson, and he's got that kid hanging off the balcony, and everyone's screaming. Like,
blanket,
what?
He's fine, everyone, in case you were wondering.
Sure. It happens 4 times, and then at 2:30, I'm like, I wonder if the Kardashians were here. Well, they were. And I got to be honest, my room obviously doesn't look like theirs. And then today I'm seeing that Kim was like, I didn't eat any carbs or sugar for 2 weeks to get into that dress. But she's like, can't wait to have a donut and pizza party back in my room when I get to the hotel. Well, I'll tell you, while she had a donut and pizza party, I'm sitting here calling room service for a soup and a glass of wine and a hot pot of water. And we don't bring mugs. And I call back and I'm like, hey, could I get a mug for my hot pot of water? Sure. Another 45 minutes. You know why? Because they're too worried about the fucking donut machine
in the
Kardashians party. What? I mean, these people are ruling the world.
Oh my gosh. What are the chances? How many hotels are there in New York City?
Yeah.
And you find yourself so you didn't see them. We just heard them.
We heard. Yeah. And we got the remnants of the staff being overworked and room service being an hour and a half. I called down and I was like, hey, because it's late, I ate on the plane and I just wanted something while I was watching a game and have a glass of wine. And I was like, what's your soup of the day? That sounds good. And I got it. And then
you're a soup of the day gal. That's really interesting about you.
I just wanted a chicken noodle.
I never ordered the soup.
I just wanted a chicken noodle, but all they had was tomato and I wasn't really happy with anything else. So I had a tomato. I needed a little something. And I was like, great, I'll have a tomato soup. I'll have a glass of Cabernet and I'll have a hot pot of water. That's going to be an hour and a half. We're a little backed up. I ordered
$400.
Soup. Kim K's got donuts and pizza. Anyways, stop complaining.
You weren't curious at all? You weren't curious at all to go downstairs and see? Because I have questions about, I'm not a fashionista by any stretch of the imagination.
Yes, you
I'll never
are.
forget when I was working at Extra and I had to pronounce the designer names and I was like, Balmain, is it Maine? I don't know. It's not the main event, so I'm not interested.
Sure, me neither.
Don't know anything about it. But I didn't understand the Kylie dress situation. It's a wedding dress
with the backwards hat.
With the backwards hat. I wasn't sure. If there's a bigger meaning to that and I'm not getting it, please let us know for those of you guys that pay attention to fashion. I don't know. I'm into the whole Kim and Pete thing. Kim, just go out and live your life and be happy, sister.
Yeah.
I don't care who you date, what you do. She seems very happy and not like it. What the fuck do I know? But she just seems happy, and I like happy people. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm into
happy
it.
People.
All of it.
Yep.
But interestingly enough, and we didn't even plan this little back-to-back story about the Met Ball. Remember on the phone the other day, I started to tell you the story about the hot guy that I met in New York. And
yes.
what
was his name? Sebastian.
I
remember. What a name.
And we Little Mermaid, come on over. I need a dingle hopper for this thing because let me tell you a story. So I was in New York visiting my friend Megan, and this is when I was right out of college, and we go to the Waverly Inn. If you guys have ever been to the Waverly Inn, it is this cute little restaurant in the Village, West Village. Charissa, stop acting like you know New York. And we walk in, and it's like it's a small restaurant, so you can see everyone that's in the restaurant at the same time. And my girlfriend Megan she's working for Vogue at the time, and she goes, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! There's Karl Lagerfeld. There's Karl Lagerfeld."
Oh my god,
and I was
you
like,
did tell me
who?
this.
Because it'd be like if Derek Jeter's sitting there. Drop the mic is right. She would have no idea who Derek Jeter was. I had no idea who Karl Lagerfeld was, as the aforementioned conversation about my inept fashion sense. So all I know is we then get sat down at a table right next to Karl Lagerfeld and, more importantly, Sebastian. This guy, not knowing his name at the time, was and he's still with us, the hottest Italian man I've ever seen in my entire life. And at this point, I mean, this is like 15 years ago now.
Bella.
He's this young little thing. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. They get up, they leave, their dinner's over. I'm like freaking out. Megan's freaking out. She just saw the legend that was, all the things. The hot guy comes back in. He starts doing the move, all the linen napkins are on the table. So he starts like lifting them up on the table, like looking for something. And I go, oh, did you leave something? I mean, I have a very short window to get in and say, he goes, no, I'm just pretending to look for my phone so I can ask for your number.
What a line, Sebastian.
He said that. First of all, this is like truly the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life. And I'm going like this. Who's he talking to? He then pulls out, because it was a BlackBerry, the ones. What was it? Not BRB,
something.
That's different. SMS or whatever it was at the time. Okay. Anyways, so he's like, quickly give me your number. So I give it to him, and then he messages me, and I'm like, this is the greatest day of my life. Turns out that this is like Karl Lagerfeld's adopted son and like family member. He calls me and he was like, we're in town, or we're here for the Met Ball tomorrow. Do you want to go to lunch and do you want to go to the Met Ball? Do I want to go to lunch and want to go to the Met Ball?
I have nothing to wear.
I'm not going to be eating anything, Kim.
I'm looking him up.
I have all of this money for dinner tonight. So I was like, well, I can't go to the Met Ball. I don't have anything to wear. And that's embarrassing because I do not belong there. But I ended up going to lunch with him, and he's gorgeous. So fabulous. Like the most gorgeous person.
Gorgeous.
And then now he's going to. I'm going to find the picture of him and in a real creep sense, see if he's available for comment and concern. Anyways, Met Ball, I've never been invited, or I was invited, didn't go. And that's my hot Karl Lagerfeld Sebastian story. So that's all I got for you there.
He's beautiful. He looks kind of like James Bond. That would have been a good date to be photographed with. Wow.
Is it too late? Is it not too late?
It's never too late.
So that's that. There is it's a big week, and I know we're not birthday people.
Whoa.
You and I share a birthday.
Yeah.
I know. It's not, I know. But it is our birthday this week.
What are you wishing for when you blow out the candles or
girl,
candle
all my
tomorrow?
wishes have come true.
Sure have.
You don't need to get me a cake and a candle because
I love that.
No, I don't. I'm not a birthday person, as are you, but I do think it's important. I always do this. Let me get rid of the ice cube that I'm chewing on because that's annoying. A birthday for me is a reset on, like, instead of doing New Year's resolutions, I do resolutions for myself for the year and things that I want to focus on.
We need to stop
one
cussing.
for me. I'm turning. Yep, that's high on the list. But yeah, 40 years old, most people would freak out. I'm not freaking out. Did you freak out when you turned 40? No,
nah.
Right? Yeah.
You're fine.
I don't care. I think that I'm at the place in my life where it's like I have all the things that I need and want. And I'm like, health is number one.
Yeah.
And happiness. And so
mental health.
But yeah, I'm excited to check that off the list and be like, not freaked out by it. I'll probably freak out at 50 at some point, but whatever.
But why?
So,
we have all these great people like Jennifer Aniston that look freaking fantastic in their 50s and still like love of people's lives. Like she's right up there. She always has been. I just need to take this neck up or something for 50.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, one of my wishes is that I never have to go through IVF again. I got my eggs out on Thursday, and I'm sitting here refreshing my phone to see if there's an update, because as you egg retrieval, egg freezing people know, we get a day 5 update. And so I'm just checking, and I'm just done putting that shit in my body. Of course, I'll do anything for my husband and our family, but but no, yeah, that's my wish.
Well, that is an incredible wish, and I'm just so proud of you. We've talked about different things recently that we have, want to put in the rearview mirror, but this one, you're almost there. You are almost there.
We had a fun way of kind of celebrating. Oh, go ahead with the birthday.
Oh, no, I was just going to say this is the first year in the last couple of years we're not going to be spending it together. But do you have plans?
I think I'm going to go to a bar and watch game 2 of the Kings Whalers game.
Hot.
Best. What are you doing?
I'm going to go take a little road trip.
Good girl.
I was going to go do some like crazy vacation, but I now schedule-wise can't right now. But I'm just going to take a little road trip and chill, which I'm looking forward to. So that's
you need
good.
That.
But
you need it.
Birthdays. We just did a little road trip. We went to Stagecoach, had a time.
Yep. We had such a good time.
My voice is hoarse again now from the time that we had.
Yeehaw. Yeah, we went. It was so, I have so many stories from it, and it's not to make fun of you, but it's just great memories from the whole thing.
Always make fun of me.
We'll put up some videos as I'm burping, green juice. We'll put up videos on the Calm Down Instagram. But so we go on a Saturday, and we're out. We spent the night, but Charissa was like really worried the night before that we weren't getting there with enough time. And then the other thing she was very concerned about was, I don't know any of these songs. I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of these songs. We got there.
Which is crazy because I'm the biggest country fan. And so I was like, but why do I not know any of these?
You knew a ton of them. So we get there, and the time allotted that we had for our group to be there was more than enough. Some had their fill of it, maybe even before Carrie Underwood got on stage and had to evacuate the dance floor,
Sleepy.
So sleepy. But then I will tell you, when we got out there, drinks in our hand, and I forgot who it was singing, you and I knew the song. We ran to the stage. It kicked in. But here's the thing. when Carrie Underwood went up there in her little denim shorts and her purple pink, like little leotard bodysuit, you and I knew every song. We knew every song. You, in fact, I was thinking about it. We're telling the group the stories behind each song. You're like, I don't know any song. So this one's about a girlfriend that broke up with. I was like, how does she know this shit? You knew the stories behind it and you knew every word. Country music is amazing. Country music live, there's nothing like it. We danced, we sung our faces off. Our friends sat there and just let us be us and do our thing. I had a great night. I love her.
It was so much fun for a lot of different reasons, but there's really something though about the country music group.
Yes.
That everyone, and look, and I'm Coachella, I've never been. I'm not trying to that's not my scene.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm a country girl. And so jumping around and like everyone around you is having a great time and like no one's judging and it's like you're best friends with everyone and you don't even know them. But yeah, I feel like this real like empowerment when Carrie Underwood and American Idol, I mean, good for you. And Kelly Clarkson's actually my favorite American Idol of all time. But Carrie has a way. And then when we got home, we're such crazies. We then were watching her on YouTube in the morning and rehashing all her moves and figuring out how she gets those legs.
Yeah.
It's a slow stomp you determined. Because in a boot, there's a movement there. And then she does a lot of the thing with the microphone where she like, it kind of like slips out of her hand and gets, Anyways, it was wonderful. And I may or may not have reenacted a few of those things since I've even been home to just like really feel it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
This move's always a good one. For those of you guys not watching, it's the microphone. You're like, blown away. And you gotta like pull the microphone away from the mouth. Like I should have done right there. But yeah, Stagecoach did not disappoint. And you were right. We didn't need to be there longer.
No.
In fact, we left early. But,
well, some of us left early. You and I, there was a great part where the people we were with, one thing I will say about my husband, he's really good about, hey, we got it. I love him a lot, but he wants to leave events early in terms of like, so we beat the crowd. He's always right about it. I appreciate it, but I like to see the last song. So you and I, we go to leave to go to the restroom but then we heard the Carrie Underwood, Jason Aldean song and we started skipping back. We have video of it. And Jared's like, we going back? Are we leaving? And I was like, nope. And then we ran back in. It was so good. In. But she's great.
Went back into the tune of like having to rescan. It'd be you left you went to your gate at the airport and then you're like, I'm going to go back out through TSA. But that was, it was great. And she's fantastic. A great performer live.
Yeah. I go to the Vegas show.
What else should I have for you? When's that residency start?
It's starting soon. And I would say that girl's ready.
Ooh. Speaking of starting soon, you know what else is going on this weekend? Because our birthday, it always signals this sporting event that I love. That is right. And I was just looking up my favorite jockey, Joel Rosario. There's also a horse if you want to get in on the action, Erin, named Messier after Mark Messier. So that's adorable.
Do you have the story behind that?
I need to see who he's racing. Yeah, the story is that the guy who, if it's the trainer or the owner, loves Mark Messier, so he just named the horse Mark Messier.
Messiah.
And then there was the predicting that they were going to win the cup, the 94 Stanley Cup, I think it is, right? The against the Devils. And so they were making parallel comparisons to like Messier saying that his owner saying that he was going to win. I was looking up Joel Rosario, who he's racing. So the Derby, I've been, I talked about how much I love it. The mint julep is the cocktail of choice there. I don't wear a hat when I go to the Derby though.
Oh, I wore one.
I don't like it. I
couldn't even fit in the stall with the hat. And my neck hurts so bad. I already have bad neck issues, but my neck hurts so bad with my one Derby hat that I wore. I was so excited. One year I wore pants, like flowy ones. It was a dream. I was so pumped not to wear a dress. You know me. I'll do anything not to wear a dress.
Yeah, I do like a dress. In fact, I wore a dress to Stagecoach.
It was cute.
I was trying to be 12 years old. I'm trying to see who Joel Rosario's on. I'll look at it later. But yeah, the Derby's on this weekend. I'm so excited for those of you guys that like gambling. Look at the Derby or look at the jockeys. That's who I figure out who I want to bet on. But I'll put up not that anyone's asking, I'll put up my my win, place, and show picks on the old Calm Down podcast.
We're going to go to game 4 of the Kings-Oilers game together, our little fun group. So if you see us, say hi. That was fun at Stagecoach, people coming up to us and saying as we're in the middle, shut it every window. I love the Calm Down podcast. Thanks. Blown away.
I was blown away by the response. I said, so you're the 3 listening. No, teasing. I don't, is this microphone too loud? It feels like it's just, I'm just yelling like Carrie right into it. It makes me so happy. When I was at the Masters, same thing. Like someone come, I love the podcast. It just makes me so proud. And what I have found in now doing this with you for over a year is I love this community that you and I have opened up, obviously, about a lot of different personal things in our lives. And the responses that people give are so thoughtful and so nice. So you guys, thank you for, it genuinely feels like you care. And I hope you guys know how much that means, because we're just talking to ourselves and we're like, is anyone listening? And you are listening. And that's so nice. So thank you. We
are. Yeah.
So we're going to do that. I haven't been to a hockey game in a minute.
So excited. And they won last night. They're going to win. I'm so excited. And I'm excited for our group to come, and it'll be a good time.
Nothing better than playoff hockey. I remember when back in the day covering it for Versus, and Montreal was the 8th seed, and they were so obviously positioning of playoffs. They had to take on the number 1 seed, who was the Penguins at the time. They knocked them off. Then they got the Capitals. They knocked them off. And then they took the Flyers, I think, to like game 5 or 6. But a game in Montreal at the Bell Center during playoff hockey, it is like going to Green Bay. It would be like going to Chicago in the 90s with Jordan and that group.
Fenway.
Chills and all of the feelings. So if any of you guys want an experience and just something, even if you're not a hockey fan, go to Montreal if they make the playoffs again. They're not in the playoffs this year, are they?
No, but I love their head coach, Marty St. Louis. Big Marty St. Louis fan over here. He was nice to me.
You should be.
Yeah, I love him.
The hockey playoffs is a whole other beast.
Yeah.
A lot of playoffs. My gambling, I'm not doing very well right now in my NBA gambling. So if anyone has any tips or tricks, I got a real hole I got to dig myself out of. But that's not a problem. I've got multiple shovels over here and a great attitude. So it's not going to be a problem. Nothing's a problem. I just wake up every day sunshine.
As you should. Hey, I got a funny story since we're talking about real life stuff in the community. And obviously people have just been amazing with their feedback. So I was, like I talked about with the old, stop me if you've heard this before, the fertility clinic. So last Thursday, got my eggs out, but I love nothing more than anesthesia. Anesthesia is great. I enjoy all of it. I don't even know if I've told you this yet. I think I told Kelly.
Well, you told stuff on the text chain, which is always a good time.
I was
You don't remember that. She hit up the text chain and we said, she's out. Because I was like, has anyone heard from Erin? Is she good? What happened? And then those 3 little bubbles popped up and I said, she's here.
And I was like, hi, guys. Full disclosure, I'm high, but I have to tell you this. So listen, this is my 8th time. I've done this many times. 3rd time at this clinic. I got it. We got the drill. I know what to do. I know I got to go, yes, the heater's in the bed. I get it. You need my birthday. Yes, my wristband looks fine. Yet I'm allergic to codeine. It causes hives and itching. So don't put it in. Can we just go? Can we get this freaking thing in me? I get this again, I love anesthesia. So the anesthesiologist calls me the night before. I've had the same person the last 2 times at this clinic. I get this new angel named Sue. Sue is Lebanese. I don't know why that matters, but she's great. She's got this little accent. She's adorable.
I mean, she's smoking.
Yeah. She asked me, she's in her probably like 50s, 60s. She asked me on the phone, how are you? I'm like, I'm good with it. I've never been better. I mean, is there any way we could take some of it to Stagecoach? I'm asking for a friend. So Sue's like, okay, great. And I said, hey, I like the little cocktail before the anesthesia sets in, the one that like makes you feel like you've had a shot at the bar. And she's like, noted. So I get in the bed the next day. All the things are happening. Check yes, check no. I got it. Can we go? Let's go. So they're like, all right, we're going to do an IV. Now, anyone who's done IVF knows you freaking are getting poked and prodded for 2-3 weeks trying to do this whole thing. Yeah. And it's by the time they're trying to put this damn IV in, my vein is just done. And this shit is going to hurt. And I'm like, fuck, let's just go. Sue walks in with her David Ortiz bedazzled glasses and her diamonds and smells like a princess and says to me, Jose, I'm recording a podcast. Come on. Says to me, how we doing? Grabs my hand right away and says, all right, they're going to do the IV. I'm normally fine with it, but with Sue there, I'm better. She says to me, all right, look at me. Look at me. And as they're getting ready to insert the needle into my Shelby Steel Magnolia veins, Shelby's been driving nails through her arms. I had been. She said, wiggle your left big toe. Malin. And I am wiggling my left big toe. And I'm like, what? Okay. Wiggling my left big toe. And then she's like, breathe. I'm breathing. She goes, wiggle your left big toe again. It went in like that. I didn't feel it because you know what? She had me concentrate. You're like, left big toe. Is that my pinky? Left big toe?
Yeah. So now you're thinking about something else.
Sue is a dream. So then it gets better. I'm in. We are going. Everybody's having a time. She says to me, okay, I got to get her to go to, oh no, the other nurse, the OR nurse comes in and goes, we got to get her to go to the bathroom. Sue's like, no, I've started the drip. I'm like, I'm fine. I don't need to go to the bathroom. I'm enjoying my drip. I've been waiting for this since I knew the last IVF failed. I've been waiting for this. They're like, you got to go to the bathroom.
This is all I had to look forward to.
This is all I wanted. Stop ruining my night at the bar. So I get up. They're like, let us help you. Because they're like, it started. I stand up and I'm like, whoa, it was awesome. Now, the walk to the bathroom, not far, but let's also keep in mind, you got this gown that's opening up in the goddamn back. I'm hooked up to an IV.
We're in the back. And
I'm
falling off the shoulder? Have I tied the back one?
And I'm in party mode already. And she goes, you good? And I'm like, I am great. So she walks me into the bathroom. She goes, I'm going to let you go. And then she goes, call me if you need me. Charissa, I put this seat cover on. I go to sit, I trip, I sit on it loud. She goes, you okay? And I go, I'm great. I just sat on the toilet after I peed and I was like, this is awesome. Because it's like, I don't got to drive anywhere. I'm going to enjoy this. So I get up, I pee, I wash my hands, walk out. And she goes, you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm good. They don't even put me back in the bed. They're like, let's just walk her into the OR. What? I'm a walking party.
What?
Because I'm high as a kite. The drip has started and my doctor's like, let's get her in because he knows me.
We got a short window. Get her in there.
We do. I'll start talking to all the patients and do, EA in the clinic after dark. I walk in.
You guys enjoying your time here?
Can I get you anything?
Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl?
My face is melting off.
Imagine you.
I walk into the... what?
No.
Tell me.
I'm going to say after. I was like, your weekend at Bernie's.
Yes! But I'm
like
not.
This, like,
I'm telling jokes.
But you're wide awake.
I'm telling jokes. We know weekend at Bernie's in Newport. I'm telling jokes. So I'm in the OR and they're like, lay on the bed. And
we never talked about the fact we saw Vicky Gumbelson in Orange County. We'll get to that after the break. Okay, go.
I lay on the bed and I'm like so out of it and the party has started and my legs are hanging off. I'm like, you guys, my legs are hanging off. They're like, fine. They start strapping me on. All of a sudden, I remember my arm being pulled back and strapped in. My last thing I said is I go, I feel like one of those animals on National Geographic before they have surgery. And they're like, Erin Andrews, time. And I was like, And then I won't say how many I got, but when my doctor came to, I started mumbling, I don't know anybody with this number. That's not good luck. I mean, the shit people say under anesthesia is nuts.
I love the videos that people take. I wish that somebody could have went back there and taken the video of you because it's always really funny later on. But leave it to you to associate a number, an athlete's number, with the number of eggs that you got. I do that with gambling.
Yeah.
And you do that with eggs. How about this? So the last time I did that, which I know I have to do it again because, well, time is ticking. But I was dating this guy at the time, and I don't really think he understood why this was important or how much money you're investing in your future by doing this. And I was like, so could you pick me up after you do the eggs thing, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I come too. I'm in that back room, the same back room.
Yeah.
You know the one. And the nurse is not saying oh, so-and-so is here waiting for you, whenever you're ready to get up. Nothing. I just kept laying back there. And then finally I called and I was like, are you going to come pick me up? And he goes, oh, you're done already? So now I got to wait back in the lobby. I asked you to do one thing, pick me up. Let's just say, that guy didn't last long. But here's the thing. It's I'm at a fertility clinic. You think that you could be here on time? This wasn't a dentist appointment. My God.
People don't realize how quick that is. Jared's like, I barely had time to get a breakfast sandwich. Yeah.
Exactly. He goes, I didn't realize it'd be that quick. I said, I told you. It's and it's out. Wait, I interrupted your story because I was laughing about Vicky Gunvalson.
Yeah.
Vicky Gunvalson, the OG of the OC. There's very few shows that I'm all in on.
How did we not talk about this?
Orange Housewives so early and the whooping it up. So Erin and I were in Orange County with a group of friends and we're out to dinner, and not even 3 minutes before that vision of insurance walks through the door, Erin goes, can you imagine if we saw Vicky Gunvalson down here? Because we don't go to Orange County a lot, which we should because it's not that far from us. But the door opens and a ring, a halo surrounds Vicky. And Erin goes, holy shit, there's Vicky Gunvalson. So, of course, now my martinis have kicked in. Not a cocktail at the fertility clinic has kicked in, but a real cocktail has kicked in. And I was like, I'm on it. I jump up. I've interviewed her twice at Extra. She couldn't have been lovelier. But no one needs someone to jump right into your face. And I know it's happened to you and been like, we met before. Remember when we met? And you'd be like, okay. Hi, nice to see you again. That's exactly what I did to her. I did exactly what everyone hates.
Whatever.
And she was so lovely and so nice. And then she sat in the booth next to us, and I kept going like this, waving at her. And then as we were leaving, she goes like this. She goes, call me. I don't have her number, but I love that she just said, call me. I mean, anyone that knows the whole Orange County situation, Vicky is cooked in the best possible way.
Yeah.
She is whooping it up. And I was like, there is just no one else I want to see right now in Orange County.
What's the name of the bar she likes to go to in Puerto Vallarta, or what is it? Alejandro's, or where she whoops it up?
I don't know, but she is really something. Always selling the insurance. Where's Don? Is he around? Man.
That experience was we go to Newport and you're like, oh, the one person we want to see is Vicky. It's like when you come to New York the day of the Met Ball and you're like, oh, fuck, I hope the Kardashians aren't at my hotel. They're at the hotel. It all comes full circle,
It really does.
It really does.
So you know what?
The moral of the story
in mind, shatter every window till it's all blown away. Till it's all blown away.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.